Luke chapter 1, verses 39 to 45. In those days Mary arose and went with haste into the hill country to a city of Judah, and she entered the house of Zachariah and greeted Elizabeth. And when Elizabeth heard the greeting of Mary, the babe leapt in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit, and she exclaimed with a loud cry, Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And why is this granted me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? For behold, when the voice of your greeting came to my ears, the babe in my womb leapt for joy. And blessed is she who believed that there would be a fulfillment of what was spoken to her from the Lord. This account of the Visitation is the very first missionary account that we see in the New Testament. Mary taking the good news, taking Jesus Christ to the world. In this case, she takes Jesus to her cousin Elizabeth and to John the Baptist. It's interesting to note that immediately Elizabeth recognizes Jesus as Lord. Elizabeth says that Mary is the mother of my Lord. And John the Baptist himself leapt for joy at the presence of Christ. I think in this we see that there's an inherent capacity within each and every one of us to recognize God. It's obscured by original sin. There's darkness within us that blinds the eyes of faith, that blinds the eyes of our soul. But God made us to know and love him. And therefore, just as Elizabeth could recognize that Christ was the Lord, just as John the Baptist could leap in the womb for joy, so too is every person capable of seeing and knowing God. This is very encouraging for the evangelist. But it depends on one thing, and that is that we need to have the life of Christ deep within us, just as Mary did. St. Paul said in Galatians chapter 2, It is no longer I who live, it is Christ who lives within me. As Christians, if we take the call to holiness seriously, the life of Christ will dwell deep within our soul. And that life will be visible to others. And so we are called to say yes to God in everything in our life. Yes to his desire to sanctify us and to live within us. And so today, to be more effective evangelists, I would encourage you to beg God to come and live more fully within you. But also I would ask you to pray that he may give those around you the eyes to see God's presence, the eyes to recognize his sanctifying life within you and within other Christians, that they may encounter Christ, and that they too, like John the Baptist, may leap for joy in his presence.